I'm Nicole Jost, and I'm the Artistic Director of Young Playwrights Theater. So at YPT, our mission is to inspire students to realize the power of their own voices, and we do that through the art of playwriting. So we're really using playwriting as a tool to help young people develop their creativity, their confidence, their critical thinking skills as well. There's kind of two sides to what we bring to our impact. You know, on the one hand, it has this academic impact. Our whole program is based on Common Core standards for English language arts. So we are teaching, English and literacy skills that they need to learn in school. Anyway, we're just doing it in this new way that's really successful at helping students, especially if they aren't really engaged in school or haven't before, to see something in a new light. It's like, oh, I could write about whatever I want. I could write about something silly and goofy, or I could write about something that's really personal to me. Suddenly unlocks the world of words for them, which is great. And then the other side of our impact is kind of, like I said, that confidence. So letting students know that their voices matter and that it's really important that what they have to say. I think too often in our society, young people are ignored, or we condescend to young people. That's great. That's something you think about because you're a teenager or you're a kid. And I think young people's perspectives are vital. So I actually was a YPT student when I was in high school, and I wrote a really goofy little play called The Fear and the Pope that was about two girl criminals, one of whom was very obviously like my alter ego. Her name was Nick Tafar. So it was a thin veil of fiction there. And YPT produced the play, so they had professional actors perform it at the Folger Theater here in town, and it was an amazing experience. And then in college, I just really wanted to find some way to use theater and use my craft to give back to the community and especially to help young people. So I kind of thought back on my YPT experience, and that became a model for me of how that could be done. And then I started teaching for YPT right out of college. I was actually an intern during college, and then I became program assistant, and then I became program manager, and now I'm artistic director. For me as a playwright, I am queer, so my identity is going to color everything I write, no matter what it's about. But I think that perspective kind of influences the entire world of the plays that I create. But I also think that there are not enough queer characters on stage, so I'm definitely interested in correcting that. I feel like we're beginning to see this happen, but I'm really fond of scripts that feature LGBT characters, but the point of them being involved in the play or the movie or whatever is not that they're queer. That's just a facet of their identity. I think I'm excited to see us moving beyond kind of like, this is a gay play, and like, this is a play about a person who is gay or who is trans or who is whatever. I think that's exciting and something I want to see happen more. I love teaching. Like, I absolutely love working with students. But I consider myself an introvert, so for me teaching is emotionally exhausting. It's funny, I was just talking about this with some of the staff, that when I have a really bad day in class, I'm exhausted, but when I have a good day in class, I'm almost more exhausted because I just want to give so much of myself and my energy and my time and everything I can to the students who are present there. So it can be really exhausting and draining. But at the same time, over the long term, it's really energizing. I love the moment when one of our students is sitting in the audience and seeing their play on stage. It's just like they light up because it's so incredible, even for adult playwrights, to create something kind of, on a page, maybe by yourself, and then see actors bring it to life and see, the stage lights and see an audience enjoying it. So for a young person to have that experience, it's just really cool, and I should know. For young people who want to do this for a living, who want to do anything creative for a living, I think trying everything and not being afraid to fail, particularly in theater, and obviously I know theater better than other artistic disciplines, but I think it's important to try out different roles, to work with different people, to do projects that maybe you look back on them and you're like, oh God, that wasn't me at all. Because you need to find out who you are, and it's okay, in the beginning of your career, it's good to be trying things on and kind of saying, is this me? Is this me? And that doesn't mean you're failing, it means you're learning.